All right, this is a full walkthrough of the Jackal Vault. The Jackal Vault is a fully self-custodial interface for interacting with the Jackal protocol, very similar to what you'd experience in Web 2 like Drive or Dropbox. To get started, all we need is a crypto wallet. In this case, I'm gonna use Kepler. So what we can do is we can hop on in here and connect our Kepler wallet. So now, after we've connected our wallet, we bounce over to the purchase storage page. And if you don't have tokens at this point, there's an awesome widget over on the right-hand side that lets you swap whatever tokens you do have into Jackal tokens so that you can buy your storage plan. Me, I already have some Jackal tokens. As you can see in the bottom left panel here, I have 1,001 Jackal tokens in my wallet. With that, I can use those to purchase a storage plan. So by default here, it's gonna fill in 1 year and 1 terabyte. But me personally, I think I'm gonna go for 1 terabyte for 6 months. And the really cool thing about the Jackal protocol is what you're seeing here is buying 1 terabyte. The protocol behind the scenes is managing everything, so you're buying 3 terabytes. And that's because the protocol itself is managing all of that redundancy. In case something goes wrong with your file, it's copied 3 times. So every time you upload a file, it's being uploaded 3 times to 3 different machines. And you can think about it that way, as in you are getting 3 terabytes for every terabyte you purchase, but the effective usable storage looks more like 1. If we continue on here, you can see a little box asking for a referral code. If you have a referral code, you can type it in here and snag a sweet discount on some storage. So I'm gonna go ahead and toss in my personal referral code here, and you can see save $9 there, which is super awesome. And whoever owns this referral code gets a sweet kickback as well from my purchase. So from here, we've typed in all of the data that we want. We have the referral code, we have how long we want to buy it for, and how many terabytes we want to buy. So we can just go ahead and click this purchase button here. Now we get this awesome pop-up from Kepler showing that everything is fully happening on chain, which is super cool. We can approve that transaction, and we just wait for it to go through on the chain. Fantastic. So that is all done. It's on the chain, and you can see the tokens were taken from our wallet, which is really, really great. So now we come to this page where it's asking us to create our Jackal Vault. And the Jackal Vault's a little different than traditional Web 2 systems because we can't see any of your data. So anytime you use the Jackal Vault, the first time you set it up, there's a few things you have to do to get started. Firstly, we got to create a key pair. And what that means is anytime you upload a file, you're dealing with an encryption system in place to make sure that whoever is holding your file, in this case the storage providers, and whoever's running this front end, in this case Jackal Labs, can't see what you're actually uploading. So what this does is we're gonna sign some data with our crypto wallet and generate a brand new encryption key. So if we go ahead and approve that, we've generated that new key. Oh my goodness. And now that we've created our key pair, we can go ahead and link our public key to our crypto address. And what this means is that we're gonna take that brand new encryption key, and we're actually gonna take that and we're gonna bring the public part of that key onto the blockchain so that anytime somebody shares a file with us, they know who to share it with. So we can go ahead and link that public key, and we can approve that transaction. And once that transaction's done, we are almost set up to start accepting files shared with us on the vault, which is really exciting. The last step here is finishing up and readying our vault. What this does is it actually creates you a brand new file tree structure directly on the blockchain, which means that you can organize all of your files really cleanly, and it'll feel a lot like a traditional Web 2 file manager. And that all happens from this button right here. So we can go ahead and approve this transaction. And that's essentially going to create a bunch of default folders that we can now upload all of our files to. Now that that's all done, we get brought into this clean slate. It's a brand new vault. So what we're going to start with is we're actually going to go through and try and upload a file. You know, why not? To get started, we can either click this big Browse for Files button, or we can hop up to the top and click this little upload button as well. That's what I'm going to do. And I've actually got a video here, our history of storage. And we can go ahead and open that. And so what's happening now is we're actually building a queue, is what we call it. And that lets us upload a lot of files all at the same time. In this case, I'm only uploading one. Uploading a file to Jackal can sometimes take a little bit longer than traditional Web 2 platforms. This is because when you upload something to a traditional Web 2 platform like Google Drive or Dropbox, they can see the entire file, start to finish, and they can do a lot of the processing that comes with making your life easy and usable on their machines. Jackal has none of these luxuries because we can't see anything that you're doing. First and foremost, we generate a bunch of metadata on your machine so that none of the storage providers can even see what's happening. Things like a thumbnail, or the file name being embedded onto the chain, or the file size displaying in your browser here. All of that stuff has to happen on your machine so that nobody else can see it but you. Secondly, we take that full file as well as all the metadata that was just generated, and we fully encrypt that file on your device so that by the time it leaves your device, nobody else can even tell what is in it. Lastly, your file's uploaded 3 times to the storage providers, and that's that 3x redundancy that we were talking about a little earlier. What this means is that if for some reason something were to go wrong with one of the storage providers, you always have 2 backup copies to make sure that your file stays alive no matter what. And there it is. That's the history of storage video fully uploaded and secured by the Jackal protocol. So if we can click on this here, we can check out the nice little thumbnail that was generated that only we can see on this device. We can go ahead and view that file. It'll open up a nice little preview for us. And there we go. Video's fully loaded up and we can go ahead and give it a play. Super loud. There you go. That's step by step uploading a video to the Jackal protocol through the Jackal Vault. If you guys want to go and check out how you can start uploading your own files to the Jackal protocol, getting that sweet 3x redundancy and geo distribution, plus full self-custody of your files, head on over to vault.jackalprotocol.com.